Heard Amazon was lit, so you know I applied. Here's my review. Big and clean warehouse. Orientation boring, but that's regular. Third day here and I already see I don't have to interact with people. I just stack the packages on pallets. It's literally like playing Tetris. Fourth day working and I already got my benefits. I need to take out my wisdom tooth, so this will come in handy. I'm also taking advantage of their program that pays for college. I have enough to cover out for classes at a community college. I think it's overall a good job. Let's see if it lasts.
Okay, so that is an individual who recorded a TikTok about their honest, authentic experience applying for and working at Amazon. Maybe. People have questions. The replies included things like Arzad says, I heard Amazon was lit. Literally no one except the ones in charge of Amazon would say that. Jazz said, I came home every day with blood in my shoes and they didn't let us take our breaks properly. I'm good. So I don't know. We can't say, Brett, that is not authentic and that is not a person giving their honest opinion. I will remind you though, before our commentary, news broke like 2 days ago that Amazon finally ended their thing where they were paying people to be nice to them on Twitter, their ambassadors on social media. Did they start it up on TikTok? Maybe, I don't know. It certainly seems overly eager.
Sorry, I got choked up over this. This reeks of like, there used to be, we're not gonna say the name of it, but there used to be this like, there was a new place that opened up, a restaurant that opened up near the office. And I looked at the reviews on Yelp and they were like, it's pretty good. Okay, it's delicious, 5 stars, really good place, 5 stars. No specifics, just like, oh, the food is delicious, you should try this cafe. And then you go there and it's terrible. It's like they put hot meat on cold salads and it just turns a warm mush, like it's gross. And then when they bring you your bill, or when they're finished, when they like serve you, they're like, if you give us a 5-star rating, we'll give you a free brownie.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. This is like someone at Amazon very obviously was like, hey, if you do this, we'll give you 15 minutes off instead of 15 seconds during your break. Like,
yeah.
And he was like, all right, I don't care. It's fine.
Yeah. Of course, we are wildly speculating. We have no idea. I'm sure there are people that work at Amazon that like it somewhere.
Sure.
I haven't met them, but I'm sure there's someone.
Anyway, I assume are good people.
Exactly. There are a lot of reasons though to be suspicious about literally anything that has to do with Amazon and their approach to their workers. They've gotten a lot of bad news over the past few years. Their approach to unions, a whole bunch of different stuff. We want to update you on a few things, maybe to put that video in a bit of context. So we just found out recently through a Vice analysis of this class that Amazon has been involved in. That's in some ways, I'll say, a little bit suspicious. So this starts back in 2019. Cajon High School in San Bernardino, California, started offering a Amazon Logistics and Business Management Pathway course. It's designed to help people get into logistics as a career field. Amazon donated $50,000 to provide the necessary materials to start the program. And when you take it, you can be in a classroom that is painted in Amazon's signature yellow with Amazon's leadership principles, customer obsession, bias for action, deliver results written on the walls. And you also get coursework that fundamentally I think has some issues and certainly seems to be influenced by Amazon's approach to workers. So for instance, one unit focuses on worker motivation. One team activity prompts students to quote, brainstorm ways you could motivate your employees other than large bonuses and high salaries. So let's just write that off right out the gate. We're not giving you any money, come up with something else.
That was added after the focus group. It was like higher bonuses, salaries. How much time do we have left? We done? Yeah. That was it. And then they're like, all right, we got that from everybody originally. So we have to like do except for things that actually motivate human beings who are looking for, gainful employment that either is rewarding or, compensates you well.
Yeah, time to pee. Nope, sorry, we're gonna need something other than that. Have you considered making a TikTok? We can give you a brownie, perhaps.
But this is a great opportunity to segue into the catheter portion of the presentation. Bring it in, wheel it in.
Exactly.
All right, everyone, this is going to really
water
hurt.
Bottles with wider brims. Anyway, so let's see. Another question asked students, what are the basic principles of Frederick Taylor's concept of scientific management? Now that seems on its face like, oh, that's something you'd learn in business school. Well, Taylor's concept of scientific management was a theory developed during the Industrial Revolution to maximize worker productivity by streamlining processes. Taylor was known for using a stopwatch to time workers to improve their efficiency, a process that has been endlessly debated for its questionable merit in aiding productivity, but nevertheless is similar in some ways to Amazon's time off task policy that has been used to fire workers who don't meet productivity standards. So it gets a connection eventually.
It sounds like the no nonsense policy in the office, where they're like, we are gonna do no nonsense. Let's see, for example, and then they just do nonsense. That's it. It's just people who need to, it's lack of bedside manner. They're being way too transparent. There's probably a better way to motivate people, which they're looking for because they can't figure it out. I know we've met, I think, John, you and I talked to someone who used to work at TYT who ended up, years later or before or whatever, went off to just work in Amazon, took a job for a second because they thought it was going to be like, oh, let's manage the way this works and improve the process. But it was just 100% finding ways to move people closer together so that they didn't have to like move to hand anything. It was all about creating efficiencies, which people appreciate when they order their thing on Amazon and it shows up by the end of the day. But it is incumbent upon people like us to point out to the general public that the process involved in getting that efficiently to you is convenient for you, but way worse than inconvenient for the people who have can't pee for 4 hours and have to sleep in their cars at the distribution center.
Exactly.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.